Now, this is 18 to 20 years of hip pain. Found FAI Fix from like a daily pain level, I would say 3, 4 up to a 6 or 7 if I had to do a lot of sitting. And now like my pain level is almost a 0 on a daily basis. I found, you guys, your FAI Fix program accidentally a long way into the process. I was getting scheduled for surgery and that fair, I still can't say it, the joint name itself. Say it for me.
The acetabulum, the femur.
Yeah, and the FAI joint itself. There were all of these things that the surgeon put in, which I saw the notes and I started Googling each of them. Okay, what are these things they want to do to my hip? Now, this is 18 to 20 years of hip pain. So it's been a super long journey for me through the years. Like sitting was a problem. Probably the number one problem I would say is sitting in that 90-degree angle where, you just feel this social pressure to sit still in a normal chair, even if it's padded. So just over the years, I'd gone to chiropractic treatment. I didn't really get serious about the medical route until the past 5 years, maybe, because I just got increasingly irritated that it still hurts so much. And even though I got into yoga, I love bar and Pilates for exercise, but it would make the hip worse instead of better. And so I kind of started on this journey of trying to really figure out what the problem was and wanted to know, like, is there really something wrong? So we did an MRI, and then I had a couple of pain injections. First one didn't work. The second one did work. And you guys talk about that. Like sometimes the surgeons use that as a litmus test to figure, will surgery help? So the second injection, which the injections are pretty painful to go through. Everything is painful. Even the MRI, they do the dye contrast. And so they have to use the fluoroscope and get that shot right in your hip joint. So all of those things would cause me just days of pain after each of the procedures. And the last thing I tried before I found you guys was a PRP injection, where they take your own blood out, spin it, and put it back into the joint. It causes all kinds of crazy inflammation, supposed to kind of heal the joint from within. But I was in a car accident just a few weeks later. This is almost a year ago. So I had a lot of other things to kind of work on, and I wanted to avoid the surgery. Found FAI Fix from like a daily pain level, I would say anywhere between a 3, 4 up to a 6 or 7 if I had to do a lot of sitting. And now like my pain level is almost a 0 on a daily basis. I feel like the educational piece, understanding the body, tissue work. I mean, I did 45 minutes probably to an hour of tissue work initially to get past the roller. And it's that mind-body connection of realizing what is going on. Like so much of it was the tissue work for me. I also have fibromyalgia, and I've had it almost as long as this problem. So I have other spots that are knotty and kind of always bunched up. And so I now use the softball is great under my neck. I use all these things for a lot of other body parts in addition to the hip.
You said 20 years of pain. Like this wasn't like just this year it started happening. It's like long-term thing. You tried yoga, you tried, different physical therapy, probably massage, hip injections. I'm sure there was pain medications along that way. So 20 years of all of that. And then for the past 5-ish months or so, you've been doing the FAI Fix, which is massaging, stretching, and strengthening your body. Right. And that's taken your pain from anywhere from, on the scale, like 6 and
5,
7.
6, like middle of the road, daily.
Down to 0 to 1 on most days.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, because I watch all of the ones that you guys produce, and it's interesting. You glean things from other people's experiences. And initially, I worked through and did maybe an hour and a half daily for the first 3 months or so. And like I said, I was recovering from this car accident. So I kind of had to do all kinds of other things to my neck and my shoulders and a lot of physical care. And I couldn't do a normal workout anyway because my neck was so bad. So I really had the space to work through all of these exercises. And then like I've progressed now to the point where I can get away with doing like maybe 1 or 2 full routines a week. I still do tissue work every day. So the tissue work has been a game changer. I actually keep a lacrosse ball in my purse now.
Awesome.
So I keep it in my purse, but mainly in the car, and then I put it in my purse because I can put it under my hip, under my thigh while I'm driving. And for whatever reason, that trigger point massage that happens with that lacrosse ball while I'm driving, it will offset the spasming, or like the muscle will start to tense up, and then resulting you need to do some tissue work to get it to release. And so even just that, it reminds the muscles to like let go, to not tense up.
Learning how to do very precise massage, not just like blunt, like rubbing some oil over your body, but like precision massage, what we call targeted tissue work, is the closest thing I've ever found to a magic pill to kind of like take pain away quickly. And then if you reinforce that with some massage or with some stretching and strengthening, the whole TSR kind of approach, that relief that you get lasts for longer and longer periods of time.
Just getting the daily pain, like I couldn't sleep on my right side at all for years. And my husband has told me that he's caught me sleeping on my right side, like in the middle of my sleep. So that's pretty cool. And being able to go on a road trip, we took our kids to Disneyland over Christmas, and I drove 4 hours in the rain, the last leg of the trip, all the way. I couldn't do that before. I will tell you though, there's several times since doing the program, I met friends at a lunch place or dinner place with those metal bucket chairs that those of us with the hips, we all see those chairs and we're like, no. Several times I have sat in one of those chairs for like an hour and a half lunch and surprised myself. And then I'll go home and I'll do more tissue work and, do my exercises, and recovery is a lot faster.
It sounds like you're building some resiliency into your body. It's like what sitting in one of those chairs a year ago or whatever, after probably a couple minutes would have killed you. Now you have enough resiliency to sit there for an hour. What was different about the FAI Fix program? It's like an at-home, do-it-yourself program. Why did that help when physical therapy, massage, and working with professionals didn't help?
I think it's just the concept of the tissue work. I would say that it's for me anyway, the most important component. If you skip that piece, the strength and resistance don't work without the tissue work.
And I'm so happy that you pointed that out, because even to this day, I think the targeted tissue work, the precision massage, is what's most left out of all recovery plans and programs, including physical therapy for hip problems. If you massage your body in a very deep and precise way prior to stretching or prior to strengthening, the stretching and the strengthening feel better.
Medication doesn't work. Like, it doesn't even touch that level of pain. And I had a prescription for naproxen for years and years. Like, does nothing. The targeted exercises for the different body parts or the different sides of your hip, those are incredible. I'm really grateful to you guys for putting this together. So thank you.
We're always happy to hear stories of people that have done the work, tried something new, something different, something that's outside the realm of going to someone else to fix them, but like taking the power back in their own hands and saying, I'm going to work on my own body and let's see what happens. And it sounds like it went really great for you, from 20 years of like this chronic pain and taking medications and trying all this stuff to like now on most days it's almost non-existent. That's quite the transformation. Kudos to you for doing that work.
Well, thanks. Well, kudos to you guys for coming up with an insanely awesome program.
Thinking about someone who might be where you were in the past 20 years, in pain, trying a bunch of stuff, it's confusing, nothing's working. What's the one thing that you think would be most helpful for them to do to kind of get on the right track?
I think getting some of the tools, and even if you can go on your YouTube channel, that's what I did first. There were quite a number, and actually the cabin trip where I used the band distraction, I think I haven't purchased the program yet, and I was just doing some of the moves off the YouTube channel. And so that's a great way to look and see, like, you probably have a band hanging around your house from physical therapy years ago, or you can get them on Amazon for like $8, a little set of bands. You can order a lacrosse ball or go to your neighbor's house with all the boys that has every ball under the sun, knock on the door and say, hey, do you have an extra softball or lacrosse ball? You don't have to look hard to get these tools, and just try a couple of the things, like the tissue work, sitting on a lacrosse ball, or start with the foam roller maybe, or the softball, and just see what happens. What does it feel like when you sit on that foam roller? You just roll ever so slightly. Is it shooting pain? Is it searing pain? Is it knotty pain? Start to feel like what actually is going on in your hips. Is it the back of your hip? Is it the side of your hip? Is it the front of your leg? Just start to feel what actually is happening and where the pain is coming from, because we think that the pain is in the joint because our whole buttock and hip and side hurts, but it's really all of those ligaments and muscles connected that the pain is like shooting through this whole area. So I think bringing some mindfulness to the area that's causing the pain, it might be 3, 4, 5, 6 different spots. I think just the awareness and the mindfulness around, and just try a couple of activities. And if you feel like, wow, there is really a lot going on here just from sitting on a roller for 5 or 10 minutes, I think the program could help you.
Great tip. What I hear in what you're saying is just start trying some stuff. I mean, we've been specializing in helping people with hips for 10 years. We've been making YouTube videos for that length of time. There's hundreds of videos for free on YouTube that you can just dabble with, buy a couple tools, try it out. And if you ever want to try a more structured approach, then you can use the program that you're using, the FAI Fix, which is like $150. It's got a money back guarantee. There's no risk to try it out. It's like, if it doesn't work for you, you get your money back.
You have nothing to lose, honestly. There is only, even if you come away and you're like, yeah, I'm still gonna have surgery, but now I have some exercises for post-surgery physical therapy, it's still gonna blow the socks off of whatever you're gonna get from physical therapy, because they basically don't include tissue work at all.
You talked about the free YouTube videos, and then if you want to try something more, there's the FAI Fix. And we work one-on-one with people as well. We have something called the VIP Mentorship. So if you have hip pain, wherever you're at, there's free stuff, there's very inexpensive stuff, and there's more premium price stuff where you're working one-on-one with the doctor for physical therapy. So wherever you're at on that spectrum, there's something for you. So it's good for people with hip pain to know.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. And I'll be sharing this video because I know there's more people with hip pain, and it's just been a huge, huge blessing for me. So
Cool.
Thanks, Shane.